This is Jordan Philbeck.
And Mandy Tomasi.
And we couldn't be more excited for you to join us for the Girls Off the Grid podcast show.
We realized there's a lot of women out there, just like we were, just existing. So we discovered how to laugh through the tough seasons of life and begin to live life on our terms.
And that is what living off the grid is all about.
Our podcast was built so you can have a girlfriend by your side as you navigate through this crazy thing called life. It's real talk, it's girl talk.
Absolutely. Let's talk life, love, and all the things that make us human. Let's do life off the grid. Hey y'all, I'm Jordan Philbeck.
And I'm Mandy Tomasi. And you guys, welcome to another episode here of Girls Off the Grid. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and just be another real... Is anyone else tired, exhausted, fed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional? That would be us. We are coming off of a really extensive snowed-in
experience.
Did you see that other one where it said, we're talking about Texas, about being COVID conscious or whatever?
Yes.
Did you see that one?
Yes.
It said people aren't being mask conscious or whatever, and the brother's just like, hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Here we come.
No,
Round
everyone's
two.
stuck in. You guys, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the weather or you've heard what's going on in Oklahoma, Texas, and then some. Sorry. Excuse my phone. This is the kind of day this has been.
For sure.
But we were in survival mode.
For sure.
We are in survival mode to the fullest. I mean, 3 kids at home, the dog.
No, it's just comical. All of it.
You can't make this up.
No, you cannot.
Now you can't.
No, you can't.
Because we're trying to live through COVID. Did you know it's going to be a year next month?
A year that our kids have been out of regular school.
Did you realize that?
Yes. It's weird because part of me feels like it went by really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me feels like it's been 5 years
Yes.
since that all began.
I feel like it's aged me for sure. I'm just going to throw that out there.
How are you feeling?
How am I really feeling?
How is life treating you?
I mean, I think that's kind of where what's nice, it's not nice, but I mean, I think what I find to be relieved through all of this whole experience is that everybody else is going through the same thing. Absolutely. It's not just me.
You're in it with us.
I know.
We're in it to win it, right?
We are in it to win it. Exactly.
Which is surviving.
It's the survival mode,
Yeah.
And I think when everything starts to feel I feel a lot of pressure from whether it be, of course, with school. And now I'm noticing even Sophie, it's okay to do homeschool, and she doesn't mind it so much. And it was yesterday. But what I'm noticing a difference in, her smile.
Right.
So I was even revisiting some of what I love so much about Facebook, is you can see all the memories.
Right.
And I'm looking at how she was last year, and I see the smile. I can see the smile in her eyes. And now I'm looking at photos of her now.
This year. Mm-hmm. And it's such a developmental year for her.
That's true.
She's going from young to a big girl.
That's true. Okay, I'll go with that. I'm thinking maybe it's just because she's 12 in 6th grade, so maybe it's just the hormones and
right
things
before
are
those
changing.
teen years.
But
that's
she's
a tough time.
I mean, it's the face. Like she's just like, it kind of, did you ever watch the show? It was on MTV a long time ago. It's called Daria.
I know what you're talking about, but I did not watch it.
She's like, she just has this straight look on her face, like, Sissy, are you excited? Are you happy? Are you anything? She's like, I'm having such a great time. No emotion. So I've just even noticing the energy of our own children, how that is changing. And I feel as a mom, I feel like I've got to be like
responsible for that happiness.
And like I'm over animated because I feel if I emote like 10 times more, she'll meet me 4 times more or something.
Yes.
And it's so hard because it's like, but
the
when
pressure doesn't stop.
Yes.
There's pressure to teach, the pressure to entertain, to provide for.
Yes.
To feed, all those things. And then, yes, Ty even asked me yesterday, Mom, when am I going to go back and see my friends?
Yeah.
And I said, well, hopefully soon. But
right.
I feel like their little elementary years have really been stripped away in a way that we can't understand.
Sure.
And we have to empathize in a different way. But it's how do you mom through that? You know, it's like, okay, we went from COVID. And of course, there were experiences even before that. We had the teacher walkout here in Oklahoma.
Yes, that's right.
We did. We had the flooding.
Oh, my goodness.
Before that. And then we have COVID hit. Then all the time, not just the fact that we're all quarantined, but then it was people started getting sick and we rotate through being quarantined at home.
Sure. Yes.
And then we have the snowstorm hit, in which we've been home for 2 weeks today.
You guys, this has been the most crippling time. I mean, I understand COVID because we've had the mask thing, but now we literally can't leave the house.
Right.
Can't even leave.
It's been It's like the waves of life.
Oh my gosh.
The way it is, but then you have to ask yourself, I kind of had to come to Jesus meeting with myself yesterday because it affects everybody. I feel terrible as a mom. I go to bed sometimes, I'm like, gosh, I shouldn't have jumped them today. They were going through all these changes too. When I was 7 years old, or when I was 8 years old, or 10 years old, or 11 or 12 years old, or 15, I didn't have to experience that. I just kind of went to school, came home, went to my sports. There was no real pattern interrupter. And they have literally experienced that. They've never had a complete year in their elementary school year.
Oh my goodness.
Time frame at the school, my kids. And I feel like they've grown from it. They're adapting. You always say, but you know what? They're going to be able to adapt to whatever life throws them so much quicker than we did.
I really do. I really feel it's going to give them a different skill set than what we're used to.
Yes.
That they're going to be able to, like you said, to identify things, adapt, and go, okay, and learn to pivot just organically because they've had to do that their entire life.
I do agree. But then it's a lot of pressure. But I think that yesterday I had this come to Jesus meeting with myself. I know you and I talked through it too, is that you have to just say, okay, this is what it is. We're on this wave, and we can either choose to embrace that and go after and continue to, go forward and see the positive and speak the positive, or we let it depress us and we let it, keep us from being in a routine, and we let it get the best of us. So then we found this really cool 7 rules of life, and we wanted to share that with you.
Because and that's what I think is so great. Why we want to share this with you guys is because it's like thinking about, like, what is it? And that's, I think, was with Sophie. She even said, she was like, how are you still smiling, Mom? I'm so frustrated. And I'm like, that's a really great question, because it's not that it's fake.
Right.
You really genuinely, it's a choice, and you have to search for that thing. And sometimes it's unraveling or peeling back that onion, and then realizing maybe that's not going to bring me joy right now. It's not going to bring me joy today. Let's shelve that, and maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow until I have the capacity to deal with it. And find if there's
what you just said. I'm going to shelve that until I have the capacity to deal with that. You've really shown me the ability to be able to say, I have all these things coming at me. I can't manage this. So I'm going to set this here versus reacting to it or letting it get me down or letting me depress, letting it take me down, essentially, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever that is, and then miss out on all the other stuff.
Yes.
So it's this ability to say, okay, I can't give my full energy and attention to this, even though it might frustrate me, may worry me, whatever it is, I'm going to shelve that. And I'm going to take care of what I've got in front of me, and I'll come back to that. You've really shown me that.
Well, thank you.
In your walk, truly.
Thank you. Well, I think it goes back to that. We said, like, that whole one day at a time. Well, sometimes a day is just too long.
Right.
It's genuinely that moment, and I need to be able to breathe. I still want to be able to open my eyes. I still want to think clearly to attack what I need to deal with right then, and give that my full attention. And then we're like, okay, thumbs up. We handled that. Nice. Now let's go to the next thing, because sometimes it's just the plate is way too full.
Right. And then we always say, you celebrate that win.
Yeah.
That might give you just enough energy to go to the next thing and say, okay, I'm a little clearer thinking. I have a win under my belt. If that win is making your bed, cleaning your home before you tackle something, like just handling that. Taking care of homeschool before you go tackle something else, whatever it might be. And I personally need those little small wins. But I think that you and I have done a good job in choosing to get up. Things that are working for us right now, I would say, would be, we met at the sauna yesterday.
You guys, that was so much fun.
That was the best part of my day yesterday.
Because I don't sweat.
I do.
Oh my gosh, that's another little fun fact. I don't perspire.
She was so happy. She texted and said, "Oh my gosh, that was the best part. I actually sweat." And she works out hard and every day. And I'm going,
I don't know why. I'm thinking it's
not.
I know, but is it like a salt or
too?
Is it a salt kidney thing? It has to be.
It has to be something.
There has to be something about the health. What is the reason why I don't perspire? Like,
a lot of people don't perspire.
No. Well, it's like, but that's what I'm telling you. The misconception, like, sweat like a pig. Pigs don't sweat. So
I say that all the time. She's like, they don't really sweat. And I'm like, I'm gonna. Okay, well, it's just a saying.
I know. I think it's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we chose different, out of kind of the routine, but something that kind of works for our schedules. Like,
and we had to go in the afternoon because our gym was closed.
Yes.
So that's the other thing. Don't mess with my gym.
Don't mess with it. I have my morning routine.
I do. Can you work out at any time of the day? Because I cannot.
I cannot.
If it is afternoon, I don't even feel excited about it at all. I'm kind of mad about it.
I'm
and
beyond
I'm thinking about it
frustrated.
all morning.
It's like I'm doing that Steve Carell, that gif. He's like, that's exactly what it was. And even when I'm doing it, I'm so mad.
I'm so mad because it's already messed up my routine.
Completely. And when I'm only 3 minutes in, I'm like...
And if I've already showered and started my day on something else, and then I'm sweating again, I got to re-shower again because I sweat.
Well,
and then I'm just so mad. Oh, did you hear that? She's impressed.
I'm impressed.
Miss Shower over here.
I know.
I'm good with one or...
I'm a 3 shower a day.
No. Not...
Okay, so going back to routine, 3 shower a day. I haven't had any water at my house all week.
Yeah.
So I've had to bring my laundry over to Jordan. So she's so sweet. She's doing my laundry. I'm having a shower over here.
A little issue with it. So I got it all folded. It was looking real, and I was really trying to fold good for you. Not my typical fold. I'm like just throwing it together.
Well, and I mean, you guys, let's be real. Let's be honest here. These are my dirty clothes. So I was going to quickly just do them over at Jordan's while we're working. No big deal. And then, of course, time and the weather. And she's like, it's okay. I'll go ahead and take them. I'm like, no. She's like, you put them in my car right now. I'm like, no.
I said, I've got to go. Get them in my car right now.
No, you can't take my dirty clothes. I said, she's like, take them right now. She's like, okay. I go, okay, now. You do it. You wash, dry, throw them back in the bag. Like, don't even look. Just
don't fold them. Don't fold them. Don't fold them. Don't even look.
This is when you know your best friend is your best friend, when she will take your daughter in your dirty clothes and wash them.
Then life again happens to us. Okay, so I fold them.
There's more.
So I'm folding them, have them all nice and neat on the dryer.
She folded them.
I have her sweaters laid out on the washer dryer because I didn't want them to wrinkle, didn't want to dry them, didn't want to hang them and stretch them, ruin the shoulders. That's the worst. So
you're right. It is. The shoulders.
There's a little peak.
Oh, it's just, what do they call those? They're like little.
Here you go. That girl hung her shirt.
And
it's been hanging a while.
It's been
hanging a while. She has not been wearing that baby. So I thought I'll just lay it out. Well, then we had Annie. So we had a problem. She ate a ton of chocolate. I came home to vomit all over my house. Every room that has carpet, that's where she chose to go.
And I'm laughing, but with just because when you're up to here with stuff that's been going on,
and then life happens again, and you're like, God, help
of course,
me.
That's when you just have to just laugh.
That's what I did. I didn't even get mad.
Yeah,
I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cry. I didn't yell at the kids.
Of course, she's throwing up right now with chocolate.
That's what I said. Of course she is. And Ty, my youngest, he was, it's all my fault. I'm like, no, it's not. It's totally my fault. Don't be upset. This is my fault. There's vomit. And the worst part was she chose to do it only on the carpet. All over the house.
Of course not on the hardwoods. Why would she do that?
No.
That would make way too much
cleaning.
sense.
She got sick again. Long story short, 12 hours of vomiting. So last night, Taylor was so upset about it. So I said, run get some cleaning stuff that Resolve to help me clean the floor. So she runs and she grabbed the bleach. God love her, it's in the same kind of looking bottle.
Completely.
And, God help her. And so she pulls everything down. She pulls the Resolve, is that what I called it? Resolve down. The bleach falls and hits one of Mandy's sweaters. One perfect dot.
Right.
It falls all over the ground, hits all my leggings, all of my nice towels. You have terrible towels and nice towels.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So my nice towels are not.
There's like the guest.
They're not nice anymore.
The company towels.
The company towels, yeah. The nice ones are over there. Don't touch them, kids. Well, then she starts crying.
Oh,
it was devastating because she was like, that's Mandy's clothing.
Oh, and I just, what breaks my heart is that she felt any emotion of sadness at all. And it's just material things. It's just material things.
What did I do? It is. This is life. It's no big deal. I consoled her. I'm like, this is what would happen.
This is exactly it. Of course it would. There's bleach all over. Of course, someone else's
Some
clothes.
of my nice leggings.
Your nice leggings.
Nice
towels.
sweater.
That's all you can do. You're just like, why wouldn't it be that way?
Why wouldn't it be that way?
Of course. But anyway, the reason why we bring it is, and I think it's the reason why we bring this up, you guys, is that you're not alone in this whole journey, and that each one of us struggle. And so being kind of in that whole mode of struggling, we have to really, sometimes you got to dig deep and really search hard and far and wide to figure out, how am I going to be sane for the next 5 minutes?
Right.
And
When
so,
you don't want to.
When you, oh gosh, no. When you genuinely, you want to give up. I mean, there's times, but you know you have little ones looking up to you,
Right.
and you know you have to still put food on the table. You know you still have to get up. You know you still have to do those things. So we found there are 7 little rules of life that we found that we want to share with you guys. Kind of what we've been using and what
Kind of
we're living by and implementing, just to kind of get through the moment, not even the day.
The moment. That's so true. Is a day can be full of so many things. So it's the moment. I love that. Okay, so here they are. Number 1, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad day yesterday or a bad moment. So don't let it ruin the next moment.
True.
I love how you constantly remind me of that. We're going from one success to the next. If something happens in a moment, to the next hour could be totally different. So let it go. Number 2,
to ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowering to you. I mean, I constantly feel that there's someone always going, well, you know, you could have done this, you should have done that. And sometimes it's even your own internal dialogue that's saying it.
I think that's the strongest.
Yes, because that's where I call it the guilt monster. I feel guilty that I didn't do this, or I could have done that, or I should have done that. And so that's our second rule. It's just try to block out that noise and really focus on your next step.
Absolutely. And with that, I feel like you have choices to make in order to have that happen. So who are you listening to? What's influencing you? What are you wearing? One of the reasons we created our line was to empower people. So when you put it on, you feel empowered. That's why we've created our community, Girls Off the Grid. If you're not in that group, you should join us. It's super powerful, and it reminds you to live your best life.
I love it.
Every single day.
It's one of my favorite things to do. First thing
Every
in the
day.
morning, over and on Facebook, the private Facebook community, Girls Off the Grid.
Yep, we come to every day.
It's like, wait a minute, what place?
Okay, number 3, give it time. Time heals everything. And it's funny because I was told that when I was 19 years old, and I was in a moment of being super upset, and I did not believe that. I did not believe that statement. It made me angry, and now through life, I have experienced that time doesn't take pain away, but time can definitely give you opportunity to have other great things happen. Time can give you opportunity to choose good in your life, to see different joys. Maybe something that's not there is replaced by something better. So that to me is give it time. If it's something that's frustrating you, give it 24 hours. If it's something that is not bringing you joy, find something else to fill your time. So time is a very valuable piece of how happy you are. Okay.
It's the most valuable piece. It's the only thing that we can't. I mean, there's no amount of money that can give you more time. I mean, that's why it's so important. So number 4, then don't compare. The only person that you should try to beat is the person you were yesterday.
I love that one.
Isn't that one of the most difficult ones? It's such a thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's when you look at it. I know. You left and right, look at the Joneses all the time. It's like, but they're doing this, or look at their life looks easier. It's that maybe on the outside, but it doesn't necessarily always mean that behind those closed doors that they're feeling anything different than you are.
Absolutely. And I think a good example we could give you personally is that we hear often, are y'all ever not down? Or y'all are just so happy and you're always bringing the joy and the laughter. And I feel like, again, I've learned over the last 20 years of the ups and the downs that for you and I, this is kind of like a therapy. Laughter is free therapy. And when you're going through something, if you can choose to surround yourself with good, put on something that makes you feel good, and surround yourself with the right people, like friendships, things that feed your soul, that you can truly turn the page in your moment, in your day.
Things may be going super, super rough, but because of those outside influences or those influences you have chosen, it really cushions, if you will, the blow. It's like, wait a minute. But I look at all the things that I have great going on around me. So that one may be the most devastating hit, but it doesn't impact your day as much because now you have so many joys and loves around.
Yes, and you stack your gratitudes for sure. Okay.
So number 5 is to stay calm. It's okay not to have everything figured out. Know that in time, you will get there.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That's one of the toughest because, I mean, you're a runner and you're incredibly fast. So you're going to hit you're going to hit the finish line faster than anybody. And I think that you apply that same method and that same force and the same energy into all aspects of your life. I mean, you win. You're a winner. So I think that one about staying calm, it's like understanding that wherever you are in your life in that placement, know that there's value in that moment. Maybe not understanding why. You will hit the finish line, but it's kind of like take ownership and comfort that there is a pause here because there's maybe so much more that's coming, but it maybe the rest of the world needs to catch up before you can hit that finish line.
Very true. I love that. Okay, number 6. This is powerful. It's on you. Only you are in charge of your happiness. We could say a lot, and I think we'll have future podcasts on this, but the one thing I do want to mention is that most people choose to either compare or to sit in the victim mode mindset when if you took action steps to help yourself versus thinking about anyone else. One of the things I always say is if I expect anything of anyone, I allow myself to experience that they're not going to fulfill my expectations, I guess is the right way to put it. So the more you put on someone else and expectations, you're going to be let down. So just remember, your happiness is your thing to take care of, and you can choose to do things that'll help you get there and choose friendships and choose ways to surround yourself, but it's nobody else's job to make you happy. And that's my kids. I can't make them happy. I can give them a loving home. I can encourage them. I can be there for them. I was reading an article yesterday, and it was about one of the best things you can do to build strong boys and strong children in general. And it was like, let them work through don't fix everything for them. Create the environment around them that allows them to win and to feel loved and to set them up to be successful, but let them walk through it themselves. Not alone, just let them make some decisions. Empower them to work through the hard things. And I think that's really important. It's up to you to succeed. It's up to you to find your joys. It's on nobody else. So that's important.
I think I love that one. Actually, that's another one. That ownership of doing those things. It's difficult, and I'd like just to kind of piggyback on what you were mentioning. I think when we were younger, our parents didn't really give. I mean, they did, but they allowed us to walk through those steps. We had to do this, but I think now. And this day, with electronics and with opportunities and with everything at our fingertips,
more instant.
It's just easier. Sometimes in my mind, I'm like, it's just easier if I do it. It's just so much faster if I just do it.
Let me type it.
Right.
Let me do that.
Right. And I'm noticing that our parents didn't do that for us.
Not at all.
And that's why we are who we are today. And if we want to give the best gift to our children is to be more independent in that strength, that we have to allow them to do that. And the beautiful part is because under the age of 18, they're under this blanket, this umbrella. So we're there to capture them whenever they fall and whenever they do mess up. This is when they're supposed to learn, because after 18, they should know it by then.
Right. And that's hard.
I know. Okay, so then 7th one, our final one.
We love this one.
And this one's our final because it is so true. 7, and our top 7 rules of life. Number 7 is to smile. Life is short. Enjoy it while you have it.
Yes. I mean, that just says it all.
Oh, I know.
We woke up today. You're here today. You're listening today.
Yes.
You're given a new opportunity, a new chance. You are loved. You are worthy. You're capable of great things, and you're stronger than you think. Don't always listen to what that naysayer or the naysayers around you say. Just listen to your heart. Show up for yourself. Choose joy.
Choose joy.
And be thankful for today. We all have today.
We do.
Not everybody does.
Well, guys, we are so thankful that you all decided to enjoy your little afternoon or your time with us. We just love coming every single week and sharing just a little bit of what we're going through, and hopefully knowing that it's of comfort to you guys too, that we're in it with you, and strength in numbers, and we're all stronger together. So we invite you to go over to our business page. If you're over on Facebook, we're at The OTG Live. Also on Instagram, just follow us. We'd love to see you, and we'd love to introduce ourselves to you too. And of course, if you're part of Facebook, we do have a private Facebook community. It is Girls Off the Grid. And of course, if there's anything that you love that we're always wearing, always check out our website where all of the applications and clicks and everything are also already there at www.otgwarrior.com.
Y'all have a great day.
We will
love you
see
guys.
you later.
Bye,
Bye, guys.